Good afternoon.
Well,
yeah. Refresh your browsers, y'all, because today is Tuesday, February 28th, 2012, and you're listening to Room 3026 live. Episode 475, a 60-minute conversation ranging from technology to pop culture. And I'm your host, Damon Nolan, and we are broadcasting live. Right here in Durham, North Carolina. It's lunch hour in the Onyx Tower. Today my co-hosts are Mr. Derek Brinson,
a.k.a. the world's funkiest man. Stay funky, my friend.
And Mr. Michael Render.
Doozy.
And as always, we encourage listener participation. That means that you can join the conversation. All you got to do is call us right now via the telephone at 646-929-2689. Again, that's 646-929-2689. Or you can chat with us right now in the chat room. Just go to blogtalkradio.com/Damon Nolan. Click on today's episode.
Red banner.
It says on air. Click on that, scroll to the bottom, and there we are. Now, I want to say thank you to Mr. Darren Tyler for providing our theme song. It's called Without You.
Yeah. It is fun.
And that reminds me that without you, we would not be where we are today. So I want to say thank you to you. That's right, you. You. That's you. Thank you. Let me turn to the chat room and say hi to those who are walking in the room right now. Of course, let me say hi to Mr. Alan Tran. He is the man. What's going on, sir? We also got Mr. Tim Arthur in the house. How goes it? And we also have from the telephones, we got Mr. Leon Lewis, that's Dyslexic in America. Welcome to the show. Now, as we proceed to give you what you need, not 5 more, we're going to give you 6 stories today. Yeah.
So I should probably be quiet.
And I'm going to start off with first a couple stories. I'm going to give you a little teaser. On this episode, we're going to talk about the latest announcement that Apple has made.
They bought Netflix?
No. But they have a new device coming out, and we're going to talk about what that is and when you can get more details on that new device. Also, we're going to talk about a comparison between some new numbers between Google Plus and Facebook. How well is Google Plus competing with Facebook? That is the question we're going to ask, and much, much more in this episode of Room 3026 live. But let me give you this quick announcement, because tomorrow is Triangle AMA Digital Marketing Training Camp.
Yes, I got to register for that.
Dude, you are so late.
Man, stuff happens.
So late.
Life happens.
But tomorrow it will be, you can go there February 29th at the Briar Creek Country Club. It's an all-day starting at 8:30 until...
right down the street from my house.
Really?
Yeah.
But you don't live in Raleigh, though.
Briar Creek.
But you don't live in Raleigh.
I don't have to live in
Raleigh. Briar Creek is
right down the street.
Yeah, right at the edge.
Page Road.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Oh, I was hoping I don't have to drive that far, but it seems I will have to continue to drive.
It's not the best.
Because you know where I come from, I was hoping I could just drive right to Raleigh and it was downtown Raleigh somewhere.
Not exactly.
In Briar Creek next to Frankie's.
Oh, darn it. I thought I was going to get away with that. All right. So I got to leave a little bit earlier than I thought then. Okay.
I get to leave later than I... Oh.
All right. Well, anyway, Triangle AMA Digital Marketing Training Camp tomorrow at Briar Creek Country Club. Discount code if you're planning to go. That will be DMBC10. That's Digital Marketing Bootcamp 10. DMBC10. I'm just jacking it all up. For 10% off of your registration code. So get on board. You will be down there. We're going to be there doing some live blogging. We're also going to do two sessions. One, we're going to do some interviews with some people, and we're also going to do a live show from there. So it should be a fun and exciting day, and I'm looking forward to it. Okay. Well, with that being said, let me say hi to a couple of you that have walked in. Let me say hi to Miss Eileen Smith, who is in the house. Thanks for joining us today. And so let me say at 6 minutes in, let's go ahead and jump into some stories. I got 6 stories today. So let's do Feed Watch.
Feed Watch.
Feed Watch.
Feed Watch.
Feed Watch.
We're watching the Feed Watch.
Feed Watch. It's where we. What's the word, Mike?
Sporadic.
No, we consistently. Semi-regularly.
Crazily.
Sure. Comb the blogs
Insanely.
so that you don't have to. We give you the news that you can use
Creatively.
because that's what we do. So you best not snooze, you will not lose, unless of course you just enjoy singing the blues.
Woohoo.
Can't get enough of that sugar golden crisp. You got the grunge with munch, yeah. Okay, well, I don't know where that came from.
I was
It just came
not
from
gonna
my
ask.
Saturday morning cartoons. Let's talk about this new announcement that Apple is making. It has announced March 7th in San Francisco. They are going to announce the iPad 3. And I can hear everyone with an iPad 2.
What date was that?
That's March the 7th
Of this year?
of this year.
They're gonna announce when it comes out,
They're going to announce the new iPad 3.
like for sale.
Like for sale. I don't know if they're gonna launch it that day, but I think they're gonna announce it that day. Like, here's all the
If there's
details.
any history, they
Here's all the details of the newest iPad 3. And I'm just feeling this weight.
that means the
come
iPad
across.
2 price is about to drop. Give me what's that?
Wasn't it just like yesterday that Tim just bought the iPad 2?
Nah, he had it for a while.
No, it feels like yesterday.
man.
Because I recall,
He had the story.
I recall his family giving him the guilt trip and saying, "Baby, we got to have it. We got to get one of those."
I thought Ryan hooked him up.
It's very possible. But
Yeah.
but the point
And he
being,
gave the other one away.
is that he just got it.
Nah,
Right,
it was
the
like
dust hasn't
It was like summertime
hasn't had
when he
time
got
to
it.
settle on that thing.
It was like summertime.
It's not even summertime yet.
I mean,
It
last
hasn't even
year,
been a year.
I mean, it's close. It's like a couple months.
So, dude, I'm just saying.
Man, the iPad 2 price about
And
to drop.
Tim can't. And I'm talking to Tim because he's right here in the chat room. And Tim can't not get it at this point. Like, it would be ridiculous,
That's the fanboy.
right? To say, hey, the new 3
I don't know.
is out, and I don't have it.
Maybe
Yeah, you can't be that guy.
Maybe a health professional might tell him that he's got a problem with the iGadgets. He's got a problem.
Well, see, if you remember, Tim,
I wouldn't say that.
Tim held out.
I
now.
don't make those kind of judgments.
He held
but
out for a minute, right? Because he said, I'm not going to go up. I'm not going to get it. No, I'm fine. I'm
Yeah,
fine.
and then he got it.
And then he got it. It's like every time
I'm getting it
a
too.
new device comes out, he's like, oh, that's cool. I'm not going to get it. No, I'm not going to get it. And then like Pookie, he'd be calling him, be like, oh, let me,
dude, for real. I'm for real. I'm gonna quit that stuff. And this time I mean it.
I'm not going to get it this time, man. I'm not going to get the iPad. And then one day you see Tim in line, like, Tim, what are you doing out here?
Twitching like, man. Just,
Oh, I got to get the new iPad.
wipe your nose, Tim. Wipe your nose.
That's just wrong, man.
I need
Y'all
the
are
iPad.
just wrong.
He started
No,
tapping his-
I'm getting the 2 now. The price is gonna drop for the 2. They're gonna make the
Hey,
announcement
man,
just like
the
they did
one
the
should be
iPhone.
free by
yeah,
this point.
for
right?
real. If you could find it, but I thought they quit making them.
I'm sure somebody will sell them.
Yeah, I was gonna just because they
Don't-
quit making them don't
don't
mean you
mean-
can. You
I don't want no
can't get
used
one.
one now.
Oh,
Yeah, I want the with the plastic wrap on the box still.
I can put it in
That's-
plastic.
Nah, it's all right.
I can put it in a box.
I'm thinking it's probably not gonna.
Nah.
It's not gonna play out like that.
My junk in a box. Literally,
See,
right? Put your
See, Tim trying to sell his. See,
see, Mike.
but you gotta put it back in the box though, Tim.
and put the plastic wrap
Put
on.
plastic back on.
yeah,
it. Yeah,
like yeah,
he won't know the difference.
yes I will.
Just be a bunch of scratches and stuff.
No
on the side.
scratches.
Yeah.
I know, man. I scratched my MacBook, man. I'm mad.
Really?
I still like to get my MacBook back. Can I get mine back?
Man, Vontae got
Yeah,
it.
but it's
man.
got
I mean,
scratch on it.
dude, you the one that dropped it off. Can you go get it?
Well, I gotta wait for him to tell me it's ready to be picked
Well, how
up.
about you go entice him to fix it?
I did.
When did you last talk to
Tyson
him?
with what?
Like the day before the Duke game.
How long ago was it?
You don't know that's how he keeps track of time, dude.
That's how I need you to go back over there and talk to him about my
If
MacBook.
Carolina wins, I'll go talk to him.
No, go get my MacBook, man. And my screen better be fixed.
If Carolina wins,
Or you
he'll
have a
fix the
scratched
screen.
up screen yourself.
That's just wrong.
Anyway, some more details about the iPad 3 event. Let me give it to you. I just told you that March 7th is the date. It's going to be in San Francisco. The event is scheduled for 10 o'clock in the morning, so that would be, about 1 o'clock our time, which means, it's possible we can start getting some of those
Free iPad
those
2s
news
under your chairs.
about the latest and greatest as it pertains to the iPad 3. Now,
Okay.
here's
Look under
something.
your chairs,
the
everyone.
theme of this event, and this is what they wrote on the invitation, air quote, "We have something you really have to see, period, and touch," end quote.
Pause.
And air quote.
Pause.
I had to do that for you.
Okay.
Pause.
See and touch.
Pause.
This intrigues us.
Come touch my iPad 3.
Come touch my pad with your eyes.
And some of the details that we've been hearing as far as rumored enhancements to the iPad 3, you can expect to see a double resolution Retina display. I don't know what that means. It's going to be even more
It's gonna be in
prettier
3D
than it is
without
now.
the glasses.
A double resolution Retina display. I mean,
That's like double
how
the
much better
pixels.
can you get than that?
Augmented realities.
You also get a quad-core processor,
Huh?
and it will also
Have a USB port.
be ready for LTE connectivity and more.
Really?
Yeah. So see, there's a reason why these companies are jumping on this LTE, because
Yeah, yeah.
the device makers are creating.
are getting down with
They
it.
said, look, we're not going to be on anything else right now. We're moving to LTE. So it's probably it's they saw the writing on the wall.
Man, iPad 2s is dropping prices. That's all I heard.
So what do you think they're gonna go for now? Like, do they still sell iPad 2s though?
Yeah.
So what would you think? What are they
They're
going for
they're
today?
like 400
Like right now,
right now. So
If-
they're going to probably be like $150 or $2.
200,
Yeah.
I think, but 199 for the
At
iPad
Walmart and Target and everything.
and every place else.
Yeah.
Come get your discounted
Until
iPad 2.
until the iPad 3 hits the store, there's gonna be a price drop, just like how they did the
Because
iPhones.
my thing is, like, why would anybody pay for it? I just wait for the new one.
Man, but you're gonna pay like $400-$500.
I'm saying, what I'm saying is, if they left the price at 400, right, for the iPad 2, would you go and buy an iPad 2 right now, or would you wait until the new one comes out?
If they left it at 400,
Right. If they said, hey guys, guess what? We're launching the new iPad 3 this April
for $400
for $400.
and
but
the iPad
but
2
the
is
iPad
still
2 is sitting right
available
next to it for $400.
No, I wouldn't even look at the
You'd
iPad
be like,
2.
man, nobody messing with that thing.
Now, what would make me mad
much.
is if they drop well, I guess it wouldn't make me mad since I ain't got one. But if I did have one like Tim and they like dropped the price to 200 and the iPad 3 was 200, then what do you do?
I would go with the iPad 3.
So you'll just have an iPad 2 just cause?
Pretty much. Here you go, dog. Go play with it. Go catch a cat or something.
And then, so Tim had 3 iPads. He'll have
Tim
one.
is gonna have 3 iPads regardless.
It don't even make
I don't
sense.
make a difference how much it costs.
Doesn't make any sense.
He's gonna go collect 10 cans to raise enough money to get an iPad 3.
But yeah, like that, if I had an iPad 2 and they did that, I would be mad.
I doubt they're gonna keep it at 200 though.
Well, everything else got cheaper. The iPhone 4S was cheaper than the original iPhone.
But they didn't
Yes.
keep the iPhone 3 at the same
That
price
made
though.
Mike very mad.
No, they made it like $100. It dropped.
Yeah, so my assumption would be
Oh,
they
yeah,
wouldn't be
yeah,
the same
yeah,
price.
they-
You
yeah.
said 200 and 200.
Yeah, they ain't gonna do that.
I can't.
They
see
might
that
though.
No, I don't
They
see
might.
That would be silly, because nobody would buy an iPad 2. Like, why would you? It's the same price.
Hey man, just stop making iPad 2s.
They're not gonna stop making iPads. It's like they didn't get rid of selling the iPad.
I think they are going to stop. I think they are going to stop making.
They
them.
stopped selling the iPhone or the iPad 1 when the iPad 2 dropped.
Yeah, they'll sell
Soon
the
as
ones
it
that
dropped, you
that-
But they
couldn't
didn't get rid of the 3GS.
No, they didn't throw them away, but they sold the ones that they had in stock and
Yeah,
stopped
you
making.
couldn't,
Stop
you
making
couldn't
them.
get no more. Like, so once they was gone,
So what you're saying right now is they
You
don't
c-
sell any more
Well,
3GSs.
right? I'm saying right now, you cannot
No,
buy
they
iPad
sell
1.
them. They
I'm talking about the phone for a second. Can you buy an iPhone 3GS?
Yes.
Okay. So
For
my
free.
point. So my point is, they're not going to get rid of the iPad 2 right now.
I mean, if they're all gone, they are.
They're not gonna get.
I
rid
put
of
it like
the
this.
iPad
Let's
2.
say they sold the last one yesterday. You won't be able to get one. They're not making any more after
Because see, the iPad 2 will become the entry drug to the iPad.
that. That's
3.
what I'm saying.
That's why I'm saying they're gonna decrease the price. They're not gonna get rid of it.
But they'll decrease the price and then we're like, hey, we're not. As soon as we sell them all, we're done. Possible.
No, they're gonna continue making them.
They
for
might.
The, for
I mean, that's what they did
it's
with these.
The entryway drug.
That's what they did with the iPhone 4.
They
can
give
still
you
get 'em.
just enough of the iPad of the Apple stuff. Like, look, don't you want some more of this? By the way, we have an upgraded version 3, the iPad 3.
I don't think so.
Man.
I don't think so. They got what they got.
Well, why didn't they do that with the 4?
Yeah, they still make
the
4s.
iPhone 3GS
They still make 4s.
and the 3GSs.
I don't know if they make. I don't know
No,
if they make.
like Tim
3GS
says in
still.
the like Tim says in the chat room, it won't be produced any longer. They it's not like they stopped making them.
Dude, they still sell them things like champs.
It's because they
You go there right now to
still
Sprint
got
and get a new phone.
Yeah, but that
Yeah, but you can only get a 4. You can't
I
get a
bet
3GS.
I bet you there's somebody in China right now making a 3GS.
I bet you not.
I bet you they're over there right
The only
now.
place
It may
you
not
can
be
get-
the real the iPhone, but I guarantee you somebody's making a 3GS.
Only place you can get with 3GS is like Walmart, and you can get them for free, and you get prepay.
Well, somebody has.
But I'm saying once they all sell out across the country,
Yeah,
you
I
won't
think
be able
once
to
they
get
go,
They're not
anymore.
sold out
McDonald's.
now.
I know, but I'm saying if once they do, they won't sell no more, or they won't make any more.
But somebody is gonna get one.
Yeah, I
from
mean,
somewhere.
yeah, it's probably
'Cause
one sitting
I
on the
bet you
shelf
somebody
somewhere.
got one in somebody's shelf somewhere.
Yeah, it's probably like 3 or 4 of them sitting on this in Walmart right now. Like if you went right now, you could probably get one. But why would you get a 3GS?
Why did you get a 3GS?
I didn't. I got a 4S. I mean a 4.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, I did.
I mean, why'd you get a 4? I'm talking about the
Because I
the
wasn't
phone
gonna-
before that.
Because I was gonna buy Siri.
Why?
Because I didn't want it.
Why?
Because I didn't need it.
Because it was the latest phone.
No, it wasn't because it was the latest phone.
Okay, I was talking about the 4. Excuse me. I was talking about the phone before the 4S,
It was
right?
the 3.
Right.
GS.
The one right before that. You said 4 and 4S.
Yeah, so I got 4. I got the 4 that came right before the 4S.
Okay.
And the reason I
Why
got
are they still making the 4?
I think so.
Why? They got a 4S now.
Because they know people are gonna buy the 4.
Oh
think
my
that's-
gosh, y'all are killing me right now.
that is it. I think that is.
Like if you was gonna get an iPhone, would you get the Siri one?
Would I get an iPhone?
No.
Let's start with that question.
If you was gonna get one, either or, you would get
Well,
the. Which one would you get? Know what you know.
I'm thinking I'm gonna get the latest grade, especially with the
Knowing me.
What? Why?
the HDMI.
Really? I mean, I can get HDMI with this.
Oh,
The only thing this doesn't have that the 4S has is Siri. That's it. Pay for the features you want. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, I probably would pay for Siri.
You would.
I think.
So you gonna be asking it how far is the moon and stuff.
Hey, Derek, I can no longer
Probably.
answer
From now
your
on,
questions.
call me the funkiest man.
Okay.
Derek,
Probably.
you are the
Now on.
funkiest man.
I like that.
Like Ebony had it.
You know, it just occurred to me. That's actually cool.
That's short lived though. You
That's
only
cool.
gonna do. You only gonna do it once.
It'll call me the world's funkiest man forever.
One time.
Very much like Damon will in a couple of weeks.
No, I didn't say forever. What I said was you get 30 days.
Dang.
If
That's
they
all right.
sell.
Then I'll just have to win another wager.
So will the iPad
If-
3 have
No,
Siri
see,
too?
no. See, I'm first. Your
It's-
son,
it's
your
one of the
son Epic
features?
is next.
Son Epic is gonna get a new name.
Boy,
You
I
already,
done,
you already got a new name. You just ain't calling him by it.
boy, I done told you.
Where's my belt at?
Here I come, Dad. But yeah, so will the iPad 3 have Siri? So that's gonna make me mad. I don't want Siri. I don't think it's cool.
Dude, well then uninstall it. Turn it off. You don't have to have it.
uninstall it. It's there.
Oh,
iPad
yeah.
2 don't have it, and it's gonna be thinner. So I'm looking forward to this
Well,
dropping.
There you go. So we'll see what happens. That's the iPad 3 is March 7th.
I can see the Apple.
Francisco.
I can see the Apple stores now. Which line do you want to get into? Just the regular line or the iPad 3 line? Just like on the commercial, on the Samsung commercials. It's just like that.
Really?
That's why you can go down to Samsung and get yourself a Galaxy.
Watch what
a
happens tax
Galaxy
free.
tablet.
Watch what everybody's gonna do tax free weekend. iPad 2s.
You think so?
Yeah, or 3s if they're available.
We'll find out more on March 7th.
Tim, hook it up.
That's a week from now, or a week from now. Okay. Google Plus. There's some new numbers coming in from Google Plus.
As it compares to
Facebook. We
Facebook?
want to look at how much time are people spending on Google Plus. According to this article from Mashable, ComScore reports that 3.3 minutes is the average time that people are spending on Google Plus in January compared to, drumroll please, 7.5 hours on Facebook.
Really?
Yes. There is a clearly no comparison
The
at that point,
whackness.
right? 7.5 hours on Facebook and 3.3 minutes on Google Plus. I'm going there to check my email. It's pretty much all I'm doing with Google Plus.
Yeah. It's just because everybody's in a different spot, man. They came out at the same time, probably different numbers.
I just go there to see. I go there basically
never go
right
there.
now to see, like, because I have that little
little
notification,
number, yeah.
and then when it comes up, I check it.
I never clicked on
And then
it.
I'm like, okay, well, and that's the other thing too. I don't necessarily have to go to Google Plus to see who has, who's notified or who's left a message or whatever. So I can do that from any page that I'm on. I can use that tool and check to see who has, made a comment or responded or whatever. And you can actually do that right there from within the bar, which means you don't have to go to Google Plus.
Right.
So that may also skew some of the numbers. Although,
Yeah.
but to be honest, I don't spend that much time on Google Plus. I just,
Neither do I.
I post stories over there. I check when somebody responds, but I don't always spend a lot of time over there.
I never post.
Now, here's something that's interesting, though, is that according to this same report, the users are declining in how much time they're actually spending on Google Plus. Now, if you look at the last, the last 2 months in 2011, that would be December and November, what you will see is a decreasing number or decreasing amount of time that they are on the page. In November, the average user spent about 5.1 minutes on Google Plus. In December, the number dropped even still to 4.8 minutes. And now in January, we're looking at 3.3 minutes. So it's going the wrong direction.
Yes, it's going in the opposite direction. That
We
you
want
would
to
think they
spend
would
more
want to go.
time, not less time. But if you listen to the CEO of Google, Larry Page, he says during a telephone call with some analysts, he said Google Plus has had 90 million users compared to 40 million users in October. So more people are getting access to Google Plus, but they're spending less time on Google Plus. That can't be good.
I wonder if they're trying to spin some kind of way to make that good news for them.
I'm sure they are, right? I just can't see. But again, but one of the things that they pointed out in this study is that ComScore does not look at mobile numbers, right? So, but I would assume that if they're not looking at mobile numbers, then they would not be looking at mobile numbers for Facebook either. So again, we're going back to apples and apples on this, right? Unless, of course, Google Plus says, or Google says, well, the majority of our users are using mobile devices, and that's where they spend the majority. And even still, I don't even check Google Plus in the morning, to be honest. I check Facebook, email, Twitter, and then I leave it at that. Google Plus is not a lot of activity. I mean, I shouldn't say there's not a lot of activity. There's not a lot of activity for stuff that I post. I can post the same thing on Facebook and get 20 times more comments than I can if I post that same thing over on Google Plus. So it's kind of like Facebook, Twitter, then Google Plus, in a very distant way.
Oh.
But things look darn great on Google Plus when you post it. Like, I prefer when you look at an update that you do on Google Plus, it looks way better over there than it does on Facebook, and even more better, which is probably said wrong, more better
More and better.
on Twitter, right? So I don't know. I just like Google Plus, but it doesn't do anything
Clearly.
for me.
Man, you need Flipboard, man. It'll help you out with your checks. Oh yeah, that's right.
Let me say hi to Neil. Neil walked in, and also we have a number of guests that have walked in as well. Thanks for joining us. Right now we're looking at some numbers here, comparing, if you will, what the value of Google Plus, how much time do we actually spend on Google Plus when you compare that to Facebook, and it is by far a very, very big difference. So anyway, thanks for joining us. Now, right after the break, before we go to Daily Booth, we're going to look at a couple other stories. We're going to take a look at Sprint and how they're raising some money. Derek, I know how you like to talk about how companies are raising money. Well, here's one.
Only just one.
We're going to talk about Sprint and what it's raising some money for, and we're also going to look at a new feature that you can now connect to in Google Chrome, as it pertains to your Gmail account. It's a new feature rolling out today. So we'll talk about that after we take out our pictures. So pull out your cameras, y'all, and let's see what you're doing.
What it look like?
What are you wearing?
What are you wearing?
Daily Booth is where we go to take pictures. It's where Mike likes to take a picture without me knowing about it.
When we're not ready.
Yes, today I'm going to be ready. You can pull out your webcam, you can pull out your cell phone, or you can just upload a picture, whatever is easiest for you. And once you do, you can share that URL with us right here in the chat room. And we're going to take a look at Mike Rendeguy take his headgear off so he can take a picture of us. So anyway, yeah, feel free to post your pictures, and we'll take a look at those. All right, I think Mike got a good picture. At least one that I was ready for. It may not be good, but it's one that I'm ready for.
At least, yes.
At least I know that I gave it my best effort.
Yes.
If I don't look
That
good,
counts.
I can't help it.
That counts.
It's what I look like. All right, so Tim Arthur posts a picture. We'll take a look at that. Once Derek pulls it up on that big gigantic screen of his.
Oh, I'm up.
There we go. So Tim Arthur is 2 for Tuesday. Make it a good one, y'all. And he has looks like some stickers of Apple.
2 Apple stickers, 2, not just 1, but 2 of the Apple
That's
decals.
An Apple too many.
For the 2 iPads that he has,
2 apples too
that he
many.
currently owns.
Neil also posts a picture as well. Says the bald eagles have arrived in town. Looks like they're already staking out our nesting trees.
Yes.
Very
That's
well
cool.
done. Let's see here. Miss Eileen also posts a picture as well. Looks like she says hanging with the future engineers from PW High during Engineer Week. Very nice.
Cool.
Sweet.
Very nice. You know, hanging with the youngsters, man. That's
It's good for you.
yeah, definitely. I totally agree with that. Neil says bald eagles are here, getting ready for spring mating season. Looks like they have a nest going on in that tree. You know, Neil is the professional here when it comes to these endangered birds or birds that are scary with big claws that can
Birds
scratch
of
you.
prey.
Yeah, I don't mess with them. I don't mess with any kind of bird that's alive. They're dangerous.
Birds.
Birds in general just are dangerous. They got beaks and claws and wings and they chirp.
Chirp.
Yeah, I don't mess with any animal because you don't know how they're gonna react. That's
Only
why I
mess-
don't like gerbils are even too dangerous for me.
I only mess with angry birds.
You see? Nice.
That's a
Well
good one.
done, sir. Well done.
But when I do, I'll mess that one up.
Very nicely done.
I don't often mess with birds, but when I do,
They're usually angry.
Very good.
stay funky, my friends.
All right. All right. Let's talk about Sprint for a second. So in the news today, coming from Engadget, Sprint is looking to sell $2 billion. That's with a B, Derek.
Billion.
With a B. $2 billion in notes to raise cash. This is a large chunk that they'd like to earmark for their network upgrades. And we know this because everyone's moving to LTE right now. And currently, I believe they are on WiMAX. And we saw earlier this week, or was it last week? I can't remember. The days begin to run together. But Google was also jumping ship and selling shares. I think it was in was it WiMAX or Clearwire?
Clearwire, I believe it was.
Clearwire. Yeah, I think that was the company that they were selling in. But either way, they're jumping ship to say, you know what, we don't want none. We don't want none, man. So Sprint is looking to sell to make some money so they can afford to make the transition. We heard that they're going to be jumping into LTE by 2013, so that ought to be good. And as we just saw with the new iPad 3 also being on LTE or being made so that they can run on LTE, this is a good move for them. Now, I saw a similarity here between between what Sprint is doing and what I think Netflix could do. Right, to answer your question, Derek, is that if they needed more money, maybe they could do something to sell more shares. And I don't mean decrease the price. I just mean, get out there and push it. Say, hey man, look, we need to sell another amount of money so we can afford some more movies.
Yeah.
That's what I say. Now, according to Bloomberg, they said that Sprint has some plans. Not only will they help out with.
By the way, if you haven't watched all the good movies that you want to see by now,
there's still plenty more where that came from.
I'm upset.
I would not call it plenty.
There is plenty more. I'm gonna tell you what, and there's even really good television shows because
Yeah,
I've
the
been
shows
watching.
are
I've been
good.
watching a lot of like lately. I've been watching Lie to Me, so I've been able to go back and catch up.
That's a great series. I
like that.
I saw
Yeah.
that. I saw it when it came out. I don't know if it's still on. Or
48 episodes are on Netflix right now. I think I'm on episode 5.
Yep, those are really
So-
good. I enjoy that show.
I like it because now I look at everybody differently. Like, dude, I think you're lying to me.
Yeah.
Right? See right there? See you that little little thing you just did?
Yeah, of course, that's what the show does.
Exactly.
What?
It's like when you finish watching CSI, for example, all of a sudden you start looking at it and saying, there seems to be a wet spot on the carpet here. I wonder what that could be. And then you start like doing weird things to figure out which one did it, who committed the crime in the family. Right. So now I can combine the skills from not QSI, but not QSI. What am I? The show CSI. Thank you. QSI, CSI. Yeah, from the CSI
You
show.
see-
And
I see
you
what you did there.
combine the little Lie to Me show, and all of a sudden I am a lie detector who can determine who did what in the house. Who left the milk out?
Who let the milk out?
Pull out my little fingerprint thingamajigger, and then line everybody up in a line and say, which one of y'all left the milk out?
My bad.
And then, of course, you can just look on their face because they got like a little milk
I
mustache.
was gonna say you don't have to watch a lot of me to figure that out, do you?
Those are just years and years of being a father. You learn the tricks of the trade. But Bloomberg says, as far as Sprint is concerned, that they're going to take that $2 billion, and they're going to also use it to help prop up their Clearwire, which is also making the transition from TD to LTE. Clearly there's something here. I'm just wondering why they just.
I think they bailed on Clearwire because it's just it's a loser for them. I'm not
Whack.
so sure that they had the money that they were going to make from the sale of Clearwater any earmarked for any particular thing. They just
Well, that's what they said. They said they're earmarking it for network upgrades.
okay.
We need to upgrade quickly before the iPad 3 comes out.
I'm sure Google is really concerned about that.
Okay, so for those of you who use Google Chrome, like I do, like many of you should be doing, if you have not done that already,
I do from time to time.
I do.
If you open up Gmail today in Google Chrome, you can go in there right now, and you'll see a nice little flag across the top of your screen. As a matter of fact, I noticed it this morning, and I said, well, I don't remember making any changes to Google or to Gmail. Well, if you go in there right now, you'll see a little flag that asks you, do you want Gmail to become your default mailer?
That's nothing new.
Well, it's new to this, right? As of today, if you open it up right now, you should have the option so that anytime you click on, let's say, a mail to link. For those of you who've done web design, the mail to link, which means if I click on like mail to Damon Nolan, you click on a link within the web page. What it would normally do is open up things like Outlook if you're on a Windows machine, or Thunderbird, or what do you guys use on Macs? What's the default
It's a
email
very, very
system?
convoluted, hard to understand program called Mail.
Really? That's what it's called?
Yeah.
Mike?
I guess I use Gmail.
So when you click on the link, does it open up any particular app for mail? Because on my machine, it automatically goes to Outlook no matter what.
Oh no, I never done that
Mine
before.
goes
on my
to
Mac.
on the Mac. It just goes to mail.
I never done that before.
Well, today you can, if you click on a link, you can set it up so that Gmail will become your default mailer when you click on a link within a web page. It'll just automatically open up. Now, if you
That's what's up.
if you want to, you can also do the same thing for. Tim says, mail.
It looked like he just said mail.
Mail.
But if you are on
Nothing
Google
fancy.
Chrome, there's something called a protocol, or it's called a managed handler, and it's or another way to call it protocol handlers. If you're in Chrome, and you can edit this a number of ways. I'm gonna give you 2 ways that you can edit this right now. If you're in Chrome, not on Firefox, not on IE, but on Chrome, which is the best browser right now out there.
Yep.
If you go up to the top, you go to settings, and then you go to under the hood, and then you click on something called content settings. You click on that, and then you can click on one that says manage your headers, or handlers rather. You click on that, and you should have 2 options. The first option, which I think was has been there for a while, which is to say anytime you come across a calendar link, it will open up your calendar or your Google Calendar.
Okay.
So today you can now have 2. You have Gmail and you have Google Calendar. Now, for those of you who are listening right now, you can actually go there using this URL from within Chrome. And I'm going to give it to you. I'll share it with you guys in the chat room so you guys can just simply click on it. It's a link, really. And you can open this within, just copy this and put it into your Chrome tab. When you click on that, it'll open up that for you. And for those of you who are listening live or listening on an archive show, let me give it to you so you can use it. It's Chrome : //settings / handlers. All right, so that's Chrome. This is just in a new URL. You can open a new tab and just do this: Chrome : / settings / handlers. And then when you get there, you should see it automatically opens up, and it has 2 new options that you can select or deselect. So if you don't want Gmail to be your default Gmail or email handler, you can take that off. That's fine. Or you can take off your calendar. So it's kind of a neat feature.
That's nice.
Cool.
And I set it up so anytime something comes in,
nice.
I can go right to my Gmail, since that's my preferred thing anyway.
Gmail.
Yeah. To me, it's just downright better. Yeah. But that's just me. What do I know?
I use Outlook at work and Gmail typically.
Outwork.
I do use Outlook though
Outmail.
at work, but
I'm not a
I'd
big-
like
I'm not a
to
big
I'd like
fan,
to
but
connect it to my
Gmail.
phone, just because it'd be better than having, because you go to a meeting, you're like, oh man, I don't know. So I find myself now just emailing or inviting myself to meetings at my other account just so that I can put it on my calendar.
Yep.
That
makes sense.
Yeah, well, things you got to do to stay in tune. I saw Little Bites walk in the room. Hello, Little Bites.
Yo.
What's up?
Hi there.
Good to have you. Okay, well, after we go into Blog Roll, we're going to tackle a couple other stories. We're going to talk about what Facebook is doing to help you make payments via your mobile phone. And we're going to talk about HBO Go and how they're going to be landing on Xbox. Talk about that after the break as well. So if you don't mind, let's go see what you guys are writing
Rolling
with the posts, sis.
through your posters.
All right. Blog Roll is when we take a look at what you guys are putting out there into the blogosphere. Today we have 2 stories that we can look at.
Rolling.
First one is coming from our girl Little Bites, otherwise known as Marianne. And the second one comes from our girl, the other young lady in our group, in our crew, is Miss Eileen. She has a blog as
We love her.
well. So let's take a look first of all at Little Bites from her blog. It's Video Bites of the Week, and one of the things that she shared with us that I'd like to look at on this show, if that's okay, Marianne. I want to look at the new trailer for the Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter.
What?
Yeah. I want to look at that. And as a matter of fact, I'll share the URL with you guys right now so you can go check out her blog. It's marianneh.com, and you should see her latest story, the Video Bites of the Week, and you can follow up on that. So I'm going to throw the URL up there so you can support her. Let her know that you are listening, that you are a Room 3026 live listener, and you're supporting.
Some click love.
Now, while I'm there, I'm going to select the trailer for the Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter, and it's only about a minute long, minute and 30 seconds long, and I wanted to give you guys a chance to kind of watch it with us, and I want to see, is this a movie that you would be interested in watching?
Ready?
Are you ready?
Almost.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for it to come up.
Ready, set,
1, 2, 3.
go. See, what we have to do is coordinate.
Yeah, that way
So that we can get video and audio somewhat in sync. Although your video seems to be a little bit behind.
Yeah.
But we'll do what we can do.
It's your operating system.
Yours is behind. Mine is not.
The noise of thunder.
So if you click on 3 instead of go.
That surely is Abraham Lincoln.
To sing, come and see.
Filmed by Tim Burton.
Of course. Not the same as movie maker you've ever seen.
And I saw.
Yeah. So Abraham Lincoln's supposed to be fighting vampires. It kind of looks like Underworld with Underworld with Abraham Lincoln
With a
as
stovepipe hat.
Yeah. But I can't determine, like, is he a vampire too, or like does he have superpowers or what? I haven't quite figured that part out, because you just saw him at the end cutting a tree in half with one swing.
Yeah, maybe he's
Like,
just,
how do you do that as a human? And then the other thing you saw is that I couldn't determine if it was him or somebody else, but he's throwing people around, and you're like, dude, is he superhuman or is he a vampire too, or?
So why did they make this movie?
Because it's our president, of course.
So
You have to learn your history, man.
that's what they have schools for, right?
Little Bite said that her husband has read the books
Uh-oh.
and said it was great.
but why Abraham Lincoln though?
There's probably a story behind it. Like why not Abraham Lincoln? I mean, think about it. He was a turning point in our country.
I mean, I know we still got a couple of days in Black History Month,
He
but
fought for slaves. Now he's also fighting
why
for the
can't
human
George
race.
Washington Carver be fighting zombies with peanut butter grenade launchers?
I'm loving that.
I mean, I'm just saying, like,
Dude, we could do that.
I'm just saying, like, if Abraham Lincoln can fight vampires, right?
Hey, man.
I'm feeling you.
John Henry
Fights what?
Apocalypse.
Aliens.
Dude, I am feeling the love.
He came out of the tunnel,
And he's
but
fighting.
he's a zombie himself
he's
because he's
fighting
supposed to die
aliens.
in the yeah
I think that'd be hot if he fought aliens. Like, send him off to the alien planet
with a galactic hammer,
with just him and his hammer.
with Thor's hammer.
I'm feeling the love.
Marvel
I
can
am.
jump in. I'm just saying.
I am feeling that.
So
We could do it.
there you go.
Do it.
Tim says because he's an
We could just write
iconic
the story.
figure.
We know what got it with the cameras
That's why
and stuff.
he's an iconic figure. He is
Ben
he
Franklin.
was like 6'7" or whatever. He was a huge guy.
What do you got?
Very tall.
Yeah, and he
Wow.
can swing a hammer.
Do it. Yeah, he can cut down a tree.
Not as
with
tall
one
as
swing.
Zubek, but close enough.
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
So anyway, there's
That was funny.
there's
Womp.
more videos there, but I want to say thank you to Marianne for sharing that video. That's the Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter. There are some other ones here, for example, like the Lego Millennium Falcon stop motion assembly. That's cool.
I love that.
Yeah, I kind of like that too. I love the Millennium Falcon.
Yes.
I always wanted one when I was a kid. They have something called ABC Cinema. They have another one called Dream Giver. It's like a little cartoon. And then there's Celebrity Sleepovers, Mark Malkoff. And then Adele. There's a cover of Adele's song, Set Fire to the Rain. Sounds really good. I listened to that one. Great job. So, yeah, go check out Video Bites of the Week. Marianne shared that. Thank you, ma'am. And our second blog roll story of the day comes from Miss Eileen's blog, basicblogtips.com. Again, that's basicblogtips.com. This one is written by Mitz, and the title is Writing SEO Articles for Humans. You know, like not just for search engines, but for the rest of us.
Yes.
What are some things that you should be doing?
Very important.
Well, there are 5 of them. 5 critical tips that I'm going to give you. I'm going to share one of them with you right now. It says it all starts with a title. And if you listened to our weekend show, that would be the Tech Monks podcast, you heard we had an SEO expert on the air, Phil, and he was talking about that being one of the cases, is that use a very catchy title. If you have a catchy title, a lot of times if people are curating, you know, tweets or curating blogs or whatever, the title a lot of times is the thing that'll get them to click on the story.
Right.
So if you just have, hey, 5 happy people, that may not get anybody to click on it. But you say 5 happy people who like to jump off of buildings and fly away because they're cool people,
And they walk away.
that would make you want to click on it.
Maybe.
He actually did come up with some really long title too. He was like 5 happy people. That's not good. The right way is to say 5 happy people who like to go shopping in the grocery store and they found $1 million deal. You can click it. You can click here to get the story.
Okay.
Right.
I said, man, that's pretty impressive.
Bait.
Okay.
But there are 4 other tips that's shared on this blog. So go over there right now to basicblogtips.com and get the latest. I'll share the URL with you too. So stop over there. Do it now.
Come get some.
Say hi. We really appreciate it. Keep it going. All right. So with that being said, if I don't have a blog post, I'm not reading your blog post, by all means, let me know. You can send it to me at DamonNolan@gmail.com. Let me say hi to Truth and the Watchman, and also a number of our guests who are walking in right now. We have guest 2132 and guest 2170.
Hey, what's up?
Welcome to the show. All right, we got let's talk about Facebook, and they are making it much easier for you to make payments online. I'm going to tell you how, via your mobile phone. There is a new deal out right now that they have pretty much put into place with a number of different mobile carriers that simply says this: you can now use your mobile phone to make payments while on Facebook. Keyword being while on Facebook. Now, let's say, for example, you're playing a video game on Facebook and you said, oh man, I really want to buy some more cows for my farm.
Okay.
Or in some cases, for those of you who have bought like furniture for your virtual house,
Right.
you know, you could do that. And if you're playing the game via your phone or some other mobile device,
But you can't.
which you can actually. Did you know that?
No, I
you
didn't.
can begin to play more of your games on your mobile device from Facebook.
Can I?
Yeah, you didn't know that?
What, like what?
I've been telling you about
Like
it.
what? Name one.
That
I play?
First of all, I got to play a game, but there are games.
So I
that
can
you
play The Sims on my phone.
I don't know about The Sims.
See, that's not,
I don't know about The Sims.
That's not cool if it's
I don't
not
know,
The
but I'm
Sims.
just telling you that if 'cause we were talking yesterday about how you can trade off and go from Facebook to these different apps and games, which are accessible. But
ones that people don't even play.
so right now there is a partnership between Facebook and AT&T, T-Mobile. That's Derek's.
Who?
That's my carrier.
Derek's carrier,
What's that?
and Verizon, and there are some other ones as well.
Verizon.
But the idea is this: that if you're playing a video game as an example, or you want to buy something via while you're on Facebook, and you can use Facebook's credit, right? Their little credit system they got.
Right.
There was a long kind of drawn out process for doing that if you were on your mobile phone. Like they would have to send something to your SMS or send something to your phone via SMS, and then you have to respond to it using this PIN number that they gave you, and you had to remember that, and then you paste it back in so that you could buy some credits. Today, Facebook says, hey, look, here's what we're going to do. You can now buy things via Facebook if you use your mobile carrier. So what will happen is if you said, hey, I want to buy some more animals for my farm, I want to buy some more furniture for my house, or whatever the case may be, I want to buy this song while I'm on Facebook.
Right.
Now it'll just show up on your next phone bill. So you're just it's like a credit to your phone bill.
I'm thinking, no.
Yeah, I'm not.
Well, for those of you
not
that
zesty.
for those of you that like to buy stuff, okay, now you don't have to worry about pulling out your credit card, or you don't have to worry about, sending an SMS back to Facebook. Now you can just say, I want to buy it, and it'll update your mobile carrier. So your next bill,
Like $600.
you're like, what did I buy?
but your apartment.
But
is
your
laced
apartment
up.
online look real good though. Did you see my new furniture I bought?
Yeah.
A swimming pool in the backyard.
and the beach
That's hot. Right?
next to the fountain.
All my cows are now fed.
Twice.
Right? My log cabin is finished being built. This
My-
is what you can do when you
My
buy
Energy Stars is
Facebook stuff.
full.
So, yeah. So, I just thought I would share that with you. I don't know. Again, I'm not really keen on spending money, and I definitely don't want to spend money and not know how much money I've spent.
Not too keen
You
on
know?
spending money. he
Yeah.
says.
When I
That's
go,
another way of saying he ain't trying to pay.
if I don't have to,
That's $24 for them cows a piece.
man. But see, you know how fast that stuff spends.
Yeah.
Think about it.
About 24 cows for $24 a piece.
I'm like, dude. And if you don't know how much money you've spent, you could overly spend really fast.
Be the last.
The last time I buy anything from Facebook, let me tell you
Get
that.
your phone cut off fooling with Facebook.
I know, right?
No.
I ain't paying my Facebook bill. Man, that's horrible.
Like you negotiating. Well, can I just pay for my phone usage and not the
Nah,
Facebook bill?
Nah, you can't do that because we charge it. That's like going to the hotel room, right? And
Like
then
I ain't
getting on-
sleep on the
getting
whole
on
bed,
the-
so
getting on the movies and whatnot, man. And see, you spend more when you do that. Like you order room service, and then you buy a movie in the hotel, and then you check out after 3 or 4 days in the hotel, and you see this bill that was only supposed to be like $59. Somehow it got to be $600, and you're like, wait a
Man.
second, what happened?
I ain't even stay in the room the whole time. So can you like?
Well, sir, we saw that you rented you rented some movies in your room, and you ordered some hamburgers
Alright.
at $20 a pop.
Well, since I ain't sleep here, can I just pay for the movies? Cause I stayed up and watched them. I ain't sleep.
Right?
Please,
Uh,
can I walk? Can I help make beds?
Man, it's ridiculous. Ridiculous.
I
So,
know how to do it.
man, I'm just saying, just be careful next time you be careful next time you buy something on Facebook while you're on your mobile phone. I'm sure it's something you got to set up too along the way, but I'm just saying. But that's a new thing that they're rolling out. And again, this could be a very smart move for Facebook, who is getting ready to roll out their roll out and start selling some shares of stock. So be mindful. All right.
Yes.
Let's see here. Okay, we have another story. Let's talk about HBO Go. And this is, and I don't know how many of you guys actually use HBO Go right now.
What's that?
Mike, this is Mike being funny. Like he don't know.
Mike.
Yeah, like Mike doesn't know, right?
Like Mike.
Got to be like Mike. Wanna be like Mike.
What's wrong with you, people?
I don't know. I'm
That's how the
sorry.
commercial goes.
Yeah. So anyway, if you're on
That's good advertising because we remember.
if you're on Xbox 360, coming April 1st, you'll be able to watch HBO Go right there, smack dab on your Xbox.
There you go, David. That's for you.
But I'm not paying for it.
Oh, you gotta pay for. Oh yeah, that's
Yeah.
right.
You still
man.
gotta have cable.
That's so dumb. Why don't I just watch it on cable then?
Because you have to pay
'Cause
for cable.
So like, if I pay for basic cable but don't pay for HBO, can I do it?
No.
Not unless you
So I
got
have to-
somebody's login.
So I have to pay for cable, pay for HBO, and then watch it on my Xbox. Like really?
Yeah.
Like who does that?
But they don't have HBO Go on cable, do they?
No.
there's
But
not
why
like,
am I
I'm saying
going?
there's not like the. I guess the point is watching something on HBO Go means you can watch it at your leisure.
Yes,
Right.
I can watch it.
You can watch it when you want to. See, HBO has a schedule,
Oh,
right? You have to like wait for a movie to come on television. With HBO Go, you can watch it from your device, your handheld device, or now you can watch it from the Xbox 360 when you want to. And I'm sure, and I don't have the app, and I don't know. Do you have the app there?
I do not. My Time Warner cable they've been playing hardball with HBO and has not yet been decided to come to the online subscription party.
Okay. So,
which is one of the many reasons why I don't like them all that much.
Yeah, that
How
makes
is,
sense.
so what's the all right? So the benefit is be able to. What's the benefit of having it on the 360? It's not mobile. You got the house.
I don't know that there is a benefit for having it on the 360, except for the idea.
Unless I can watch it with you.
I mean that's not particularly valuable right now at this moment, at this very time. What is taking place right before our very eyes is HBO is borrowing the Netflix model, and your boy from Atlanta, our guest, talked about this. These content providers are going to become their own channels.
So you saying there's going to be special content for the 360?
No, I'm saying that you are going to pay for those programs directly from the content providers. If you want to watch this HBO series, you pay HBO, you log into HBO and get
And
it.
then from anywhere you can get it.
Right.
Okay. All right. That makes sense.
At
That makes
this
sense.
point, HBO still again. This is just me thinking off the top, but this is the explanation that makes sense. They still want their foot in their old business model because that's what they've done, and they've done it better than anyone else, far and away, for decades, and they made a pile of money off of it. So they're not ready to allow people to get that content without being the cable subscriber. And it could be that's how that could be part of the deal that they've negotiated with the cable companies that actually put them on their systems. I mean, I don't know.
So you saying eventually I won't even need Time Warner?
That is correct.
Oh, but until then,
that's what my money says. If I was a betting man, and everyone knows I am.
I'll just wait. Cause that's just retarded.
Well, for me, I love the idea of being able to
I just can't
watch
see
my
nobody.
HBO programs while I'm doing things at the computer.
Like I can't see nobody paying for
necessarily at work.
HBO sitting in front of their TV like, oh man, I want to watch HBO Go. Hitting input, turning on their 360, and then
No, but if you're at your boy's house and he's got and he's online, you can watch your programs over there.
So
Or
you
if you're
can't
at
do that
work,
because it's
if you're at work and you missed the latest episode of The Wire, and
it's not that simple.
but I think they are setting the stage for it becoming that simple. You pay your
'Cause you
HBO
would have
bill.
to-
You pay your bill to HBO. You no longer pay your HBO bill at Time Warner.
You would have to log out of that Xbox, and it's account specific.
Maybe not. I don't know. I think that.
Because that's the case, people could just create HBO accounts and just sell off their username and be like, hey, this account has HBO Go on it. Buy it from me for.
And Little Bites is talking like I'm talking. I would pay for HBO separate. She says from the chat room, so I can watch it on my lovely Kindle Fire or laptop or even my phone. Yes, so would I. It may very well come to the day that I would pay for HBO and not even worry about Time Warner, the other Time Warner cable stuff. Most of the stuff that I watch on cable is available online anyway. The Jon Stewart and a couple of MSNBC joints, they're online almost the moment that they come on the regular cable box anyway. I DVR them joints, but it's really not necessary.
Man,
except for I like the big screen that it's coming up on, and I could just as easily connect my computer to it. It's just that me very much talking. I'm in the same boat as I just cast upon HBO. I got my foot in that old business model because I've just done it for so long.
Man, unless you're taking your 360 out of town with you, that's the only benefit I can really see.
Well, yeah,
90
not necessarily
seconds.
out of town, but out the house. You take it to your boy's
out the
house.
house.
Well, take it to the hotel with you,
There you go.
right?
There you go.
When you're on a trip.
That way you don't have to pay for the movies.
That's right. So I don't get surprised.
I
All
already
right.
You still got to pay for the online access though.
Yeah.
I already bought these.
Well, first of all, let me say thank you to you for joining us today. Alan Tran, DB Funky, also guest 2213, Miss Eileen. Don't forget, Derek, check out the chat room. She posted a link.
Yeah,
she was
60 seconds.
mentioned in your favorite, The Business Insider.
One of my favorite.
Yes.
One of my favorite blogs.
Thank you, Marianne, for sharing those links today and also chiming in. Also want to say thank you to Tim Arthur, LL. That's Leon Lewis. and all of you for hanging out with us today. We really appreciate it. Don't forget, we're here every Monday through Friday at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right here on blogtalkradio.com/Damon Nolan. Also, you can go to youtube.com/Damon Nolan later on this afternoon to get the higher fidelity audio, which we'll be cutting up and sharing with you as well. So we'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a wonderful, wonderful Tuesday. Don't forget, we'll be at the Triangle AMA event, so look forward to that. So until then, y'all.
Deuces.
Deuces.
California, here I come.
10 seconds.